All right, so I hope that you've at least attempted the project. I know it's not, it's a little scary once you get on your own after you're done watching the tutorials to try to figure out everything just by yourself. But it's really, really important because it's going to help drill some of those, those concepts into your mind and allows you to sort of get some of your creative energy out there and to start exploring some different areas yourself. So for this video, I'm going to be showing you how I would do it. I have not created one of these yet, and that is sort of the point of this, is that I am trying to show you, as raw as possible, my design workflow. So this is going to be an unedited video. I'm going to be creating this in real time. I'm going to be talking about why I'm doing certain techniques. I'm going to be messing up. I'm going to be redoing things. And so yeah, like I said, it's just a raw, unedited video so you can kind of take a step into my mind about how I might go about tackling this. And hopefully from this, you should be able to learn something and, by seeing other people being creative, it usually helps you sort of get some intuition and some some sight into how you might be able to implement that into your workflow and how you could create your own creativity sort of stuff. So yeah, let's get started. Let's just sit back, relax, and just kind of watch me create this thing. So what I'm going to do first is all I'm going to do is just create myself a new document up here. So we're just going to create new, and I think letter is perfectly fine for this. Yeah, columns, margins. Yeah, I think that's all perfectly fine. So we're going to click OK, and now we have our basic document here. And what I like to start with is actually to put in the border itself. So I kind of like to start with the border. So I'm going to go ahead and just click up here. And we're going to drag this out like that, and we're going to create a border. Then I'm going to go up and click a few like that, and let's click the W key here. And so yeah, we'll stick with black for right now, and we'll change the color in the future if I think that the pictures sort of fit better with a different color. So I'm going to go ahead and find two pictures. Basically what I did was I went online, and what I'm going to be selling today is some medieval armor that I found two really neat pictures of. So I'm going to go to File, I'm going to go to Place, and I'm going to go into my version right here, and I saved these two pictures right here. So this is kind of what I'm going to be creating right here, is this medieval armor sales page. So let's actually, yeah, I think this one should probably be the main one right here. So we're going to click on that and click, oh, I didn't know I was actually already in the place feature. Okay, so we're just going to click on it and click open. And I'm going to click right outside here, and of course this is a giant image. So let's hold down that shift and then Control, click, drag that in, and then let's move this over to here like so. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Let's see, I like to sometimes do this and like click around with my arrow keys to sort of just move this a little bit to how I think it should be. We're gonna go ahead and put the title beneath it this time. I think that usually looks pretty neat. So yeah, let's go right there. Now let's grab some text like so, which is right under here. We're going to click and drag this across, and let's see, authentic medieval armor. Medieval armor. And then let's highlight this, and let's see if we can't find something. Let's first make it bigger so I can see it, what I'm doing here. So I'm going to click on that, Control, or just highlight it, and let's make it really big. Yeah, like that. Now let's go and let's change up this font some. Oh, wait, I need to have it selected. Like that. Okay. Now, what do you think would be a good authentic medieval armor text? So I'm just going to kind of scroll through this until I find something that looks kind of like it might fit the theme here. Ooh, definitely this. Definitely Old English text. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And let's make this even a little bit bigger now because the font is actually smaller. And let's go ahead and shrink this down over here on the right here. Make sure it fits only the text. And now let's center this here. I'm going to hold shift in this situation so that we center it perfectly. I like the level it's at like this wise. I don't want to like drag up or down, so I'm holding shift to make sure it goes perfectly left and right. And there we go. We have this nice authentic medieval armor text going here. Let's add a little sort of a border to this. It didn't change it much, but I think it kind of actually did help just a touch there. So authentic medieval armor. Let's add our price in here as well. So we're going to go price, and then like that, and let's actually create a second text box for the second price. Okay, we need to make this bigger because I'm going to make this text bigger, so we don't want to shrink that now. Highlight this up, and let's make this big. Looks about good, and we're definitely going to keep going with that Old English sort of look here. So price like so. And maybe you want to actually, let's change this color around a little bit. So let's double click on this so we can get back to the text. And let's actually change its color up, which we can go here to do. And then we have to go over here and let's go slightly gray. Price. And then I'm going to hit Control CV so that we're the same size here. Hold down, let's make sure that this is like so. And what's the price of this? 2 cows. That's the price of our medieval armor. Not cows. Cows, like so. Yeah, there we go. Now we're looking good here. And let's bring this actually closer to the center here. I'm holding shift so I can move it a lot with the arrow keys here. Actually, we should probably, maybe let's try to center this down the sword, maybe. Price, 2 cows. Beautiful, looking good. Okay, so now we kind of have the price going. Let's add in our second picture now. So I'm gonna actually drag this one over, drop it in, go make sure I'm on the selection tool, click Control Shift, shrinks it down, and whoops, didn't actually shrink it down. Do it again, click, no, hold Control, then click, then Shift, then move it down, then move the frame over. There we go. And let's create a text box. I'm gonna put some filler text in here. I'm gonna create it like so. And then I'm going to go up to type and let's fill with placeholder text. But now you'll see that we need to do that text wrapping we were talking about earlier. And you'll see that I actually can't touch this behind there. There's no way to get to it. So what I can do is I can either move this out of the way or we can go up here to the layer tab. And we should be organizing this a little bit. So I'm actually going to kind of create some new layers here. We'll go over layers in the next tutorial, but if you kind of want to just get a little jump start on this, I'm going to be naming this pictures. And then this bottom one is going to go ahead and be text. Click OK on both of those. And then let's go ahead and grab all the text. Keep it here. Okay, so we'll grab all the pictures. So that JPEG one right there. If you don't know if it's a picture or not, just click the little I button over here. So that's a picture as well. So both the pixel photos. And then, yeah. So, okay, so now we have this. And you'll see that this is now actually on top of the layer. And that's kind of what we want to do here is we want to make sure the pictures are above our text because we want the pictures to be the center point and everything's going to kind of go around the pictures here. And also, if we did want to, however, have our pictures beneath this and we can't, touch this text right here, what we could do is actually go into text. And we can go ahead and find this text box, which I think was the top one here. We can lock it. And now, since we can't move it, it's going to not allow us to select it. We can select what's under it right there. But I'm just going to go ahead and do what I actually want to do is put this pictures up here. So now we got a little organization here. And you'll see that the color changes as well. So now we can have this red for this. And if it's blue, we're selecting some text. And, you can create as many of those you want. You can change it. You can also select things by clicking on the button over here. And it's going to select whichever one you click on. And if you click the entire layer, it's going to select everything that's inside the layer beneath it. But again, we're going to cover that a little bit later in the next sort of unit. So let's just go ahead and select this. Make sure it's selected. And now let's add some of that text wrap that we were adding in earlier. So let's go with a bounded box here. I'm going to move this in a little bit. Now, where would this look good? Would it look good on? Yeah, I think it actually looks best when it's like that. So let's make it only wrap on the right sides here so I can kind of move it around like so. And I want a little bit more room on the right. I don't like it really, really close there. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to go ahead and bring that up a touch. And what I also don't want to do is I don't like the fact that it's doing all 4 sides here. So I'm going to unlink this. Or actually, let's link it so it's easier here. Bring that back down to 0. Now I'm going to unlink it. So now they're both not connected anymore. And let's only bring the right side up here. Yeah, I like that right there. If we bring it down 1 or 2, will it make that int go? Let's see. What if we do this? What if we do that? There we go. So now we kind of push that all over there. And now we got this sort of nice feature going. Let's actually keep moving this over just a touch. And yeah, looking pretty good, but I don't like the hyphens here. So I'm going to click on this, make sure my paragraph tab is open. If it wasn't, I would go up to Window, type in tables, and open it up. We're going to unhyphenate all this stuff. And you'll see that I got some overset text because I've been pushing some stuff in here, but it's placeholder text. So let's just do the quick clear right there. Click on it, Control A. Oops, let's move it to somewhere we can see it. Control A and whoops. See, sometimes you mess up. Got to click inside of it, double click it so your text tool is active. Control A it, and I always forget that does not actually work. So we need to highlight it. Delete that text out of there. Delete that text out of there. And then now we can delete the text box. And now we're looking good. Looking good so far. I think we were missing something right here. And I think what we're missing is a nice little line. And then actually, yeah, we should put a title here as well. I think that would be best. So we have our 2 pictures, and that's our main title right here. And we got a couple like text box beneath it. So this is this fits the requirements of the project. So I might not even add a title down here. I don't think it needs one. Let's just add this line because I think that'll really sell this whole thing here. So let's add like no, we definitely don't want it too thick. We don't want it bigger than our border. What's our border at? It's at 4. Let's make our border 5. Let's make this 3. Yeah, that looks good. I think those are some good dimensions there. And maybe we can actually, let's drop the grayness down of this as well. Double click here. And maybe brighten it up a little bit. Actually, it's probably quicker if I just go here. Brighten it up a little like that. And there we go. Now we got kind of like a nice gray sort of feature. It's not, in your face. Maybe just a little bit more black towards it. So it's still there, but it's not the same color as our border, so it's not causing any confusion or anything like that. And then overall, I feel like this is sort of, yeah, there we go. Now I feel like it's nicely centered there. And maybe even bring this up a touch. And then I'm kind of moving it so it still looks good around this. And yeah, that's starting to look pretty good there. I think their spacing is getting pretty good. We might need to check. So let's see if we drag up, that's like right there is about 34. And if we go over up here, it's like 37. So it's about 3 away. Yeah, it's about 3 away. And now if we go up from here to here, it's 34 to 32. So it's only about 2.5 away. So that means this space is slightly larger than this space, but I'm checking the bottom there actually. So actually, I think they are pretty accurate here. Maybe if we just look at it like this, I think if we bring both of these, highlight them both. So if you want to select them both, click, hold shift, and click the next one. Let's bring these down like 2 pixels, maybe 1 pixel. Let's try one more. Yeah, I like that spacing just a little bit better. And, one more up here as well. Yeah, I'm liking this. I think this is actually really good. I think this kind of fits with what I was trying to do here. So that is my Craigslist listing right here, the authentic medieval armor set. Got some placeholder text. We got our main title right here, our heading title. We got a neat little border on it. We have 2 pictures, so it fits all the requirements. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed creating this with me. It was kind of fun just to sort of create something on this spot. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you in the next unit.